Hello to you out there, Christelle Bell, consumer investigator for Let ABC15 Know. Thank you so much for joining us and being with us today. We're excited about our topic. As you know, with the Let ABC15 Know team, we host a phone bank and we have different topics that we partner with the State Bar of Arizona to bring to you. And so we try to give you those topics and get questions answered prior to. And so that's what we're doing today. We're having a conversation. This month's topic, we're focusing on family law. And so excited to have our good friend that works with us and volunteers with us, also with the State Bar, Adam Weingart with Weingart Law Firm.
Thanks for having me back.
No problem. Glad to have you. It's always great when you come in. You're so great at what you do.
Thank you.
And answering our questions. And so we're super excited to have you with us. So let's jump in. You ready? All righty. So we got a list of questions here. We're just going to go shoot them off, right?
Sounds good.
So first question, again, family law. Just tell us briefly, what does family law focuses on?
A loaded question. 'Cause
Different topics, I know, right?
because it's huge. We do obviously divorce.
Yeah.
Child custody is a huge part of it. Sometimes the divorce and child custody case is one case. Orders of protection obviously are a part of it, especially in instances where there's domestic violence. That's going to be part of it. Prenuptial agreements, and maybe even postnup, where it's a prenup but after you get married, and there's a whole different set of rules for that. So it's family law is a huge umbrella term.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's some things. We're talking about child support. We know that it happens. Unfortunately, divorce happens, and oftentimes children are involved. And so there's child support, custody rights, and things of that sort. So, what factors allow or justify a deviation from the Arizona child support guidelines?
So the Arizona child support guidelines, if you ever look at it, it's a packet of stuff. And you look at things such as, first and foremost, is where is the child living? Which parent is the child living with? That's going to be the factor that really most heavily weights how much somebody pays in child support. The second is, what is each not spouse, but what is each parent making? How much money are they making? The next would be who's paying for daycare, who's paying for extra educational costs, who's paying for insurance. All of that gets factored in, and then a number gets sort of spat out by the algorithm on which party owes the other party money. And sort of the philosophy behind child support in Arizona is interesting.
Okay, tell
It-
us about it.
Well, it starts off by the calculator first decides, if the parents are together,
Okay.
how much would they be making? And then there is a per diem that it assumes that you would be paying, both parties would be paying for the support of the child. And so it sort of takes that, breaks it apart, and it says, all right, so out of, let's say, father's income, this is how much, if they were together, this is how much it would be, or would be taken to pay for the child's needs, theoretically, and this is what mom's would be. Whoever's is greater, they just have to offset the other party on it.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and a lot of people think that child support is a punishment. It's not.
Yeah. Talk about that.
And I made the mistake of reading the comments last time
Okay.
on Facebook.
Okay.
But there's a misconception that child support is to sort of punish the spouse that is either making more or doesn't have the children as much. A question I get asked a lot is, if we both have equal parenting time, why is there a child support amount?
Okay.
And it just goes back to the algorithm. It's literally just to try to even everything out.
Okay. And then I love that you talked about that, because a lot of times people do see that as a punishment. And you probably hear that quite often. Is there anything else that you can talk to or say about that in helping people realize and understand let's not forget about, this is about taking care of the children, right?
I can, because something that comes up a lot is, well, can I see what the other parent is spending this money on? I want to make sure they're spending this money that I'm handing over. I want to make sure it's being spent on the child. There's no mechanism for that, but that's not how it's structured. It's structured almost as like one lump sum, so They might not be spending exactly what you're sending, but they're also spending it on things such as, things you wouldn't see like food, for the children, clothing and other stuff like that. It really is to sort of even everything out. So my suggestion is this: don't think of this as a punishment. I know it's easy to, because you look at your paycheck, you see, a line item coming out for child support, and in the short term, it's a bummer. But that's not it's not a punishment. It's literally to make sure the child's cared for, no matter where they're living.
Gotcha. In Arizona, what rights do grandparents, if any, do grandparents or step parents have for visitation or custody?
Of course. So Arizona has some pretty robust, what are called third-party rights statutes, and it really does. It varies. If you're in the juvenile court, which that's not what Famliy is, by the way, juvenile court's its own beast. But if DCS, for example, is involved and the children have to get placed with a grandparent, there might be guardianship, but that's not really family law. But so getting back to your question is like, as far as family law goes, we do have procedures in place where a grandparent or a third party can ask the court for visitations. And there's some very specific factors that have to be met in order for somebody to go ahead and actually bring that. But it's not uncommon to see grandparents what's called interpleading in a case, where they sort of join like a case. So, for example, let's say mother and father are in a custody battle. It's not uncommon to see, mother, father's grandparents coming in and pleading in as an interested third party to try to get some rights. Now, there was a Supreme Court decision called Troxel v. Granville. Not that that matters to anybody, but the Supreme Court of the United States actually said, while grandparents' rights are phenomenal, the right to raise your children is a fundamental right. It's a constitutional right. And so because of that, the courts have to strike this balancing act of, yeah, we need to give the grandparents maybe some parenting time, but
Right.
also understand that that can't cut into somebody's constitutional rights to raise their children.
Okay.
I can go deeper into it if you
Okay.
want.
Okay. No, that's good. Okay. So let's talk about, I think we touched on this before, how domestic violence plays a part in a lot of divorce cases. And I think you mentioned before, a lot of people don't realize that that is a big factor.
Mhm.
So, talk about what is the impact domestic violence, even substance abuse or child abuse in custody, parenting time. What are the determinations for our state?
Of course. So under 25403, in the Arizona Revised Statutes, 25 is Title 25 and it's Section 403. There are 12 different factors that the court has to look at when it determines parenting time. It's been expanded in recent years, I mean like the last 10 years, where there's actually subsections that specifically deal with domestic violence and substance abuse. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's 25403.03 and .06. I might be wrong on that. But it's expanded those original 12 factors under 25403. So there is a lot more attention given in situations where there is domestic violence and substance abuse. Under the original 12 factors, whether or not there has been child abuse or domestic violence, weighted heavily, and it's weighted even more heavily now too. The orders of protection thing is kind of huge. For example, let's say you have two people. They're going to go through a divorce with children. Obviously, tempers are flaring.
Yeah.
Let's say one party punches the drywall. It happens. That is domestic violence in Arizona because it's destruction of property. Could also be maybe intimidation.
Wow.
So, parent two says enough of this. Calls the police. Police come. By law, they have to take the alleged abuser away. The other parent goes and gets an order of protection against the drywall punching parent. Now we have an order of protection in place. This is where things get confusing because let's say a drywall punching parent is like, no, I'm not going to let an order of protection stand against me. Absolutely not. I don't want this to come up when people search. So they contest it. This is the tricky part. If you lose, an order of protection, it stands for 2 years. And if you look at the factors under 25-403 to sort of bring it back, it states in there if there's a finding of a court of competent jurisdiction that domestic violence occurred, that weighs heavily on the child custody determination. Here's the trick. The standard of evidence and the standard of proof needed to uphold an order of protection is way lower than it is than if you were going to court for a child custody determination. And so I'm not going to say it's a trap, but because that's definitely not the way to say it. But it is something that knee-jerk reactions, I see that all the time. And there's other ways to sort of handle it. It can definitely have long-term consequences.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Wow. And and that's so eye-opening, how that can be so weighed up and down and imbalanced like that. Um, we know divorce happens. How how's community property, separate property, and even debt? How is that divided in under divorce in Arizona?
so let's start with community property.
Okay.
Going back to Title 25 of the Arizona Revised Statutes, it actually states that the Superior Court is given exclusive jurisdiction to make what's called an equitable division of community property. And that's very important because that equitable portion, that has been debated and refined in a number of different cases that went to the Court of Appeals,
Okay.
where they actually found that equitable does not necessarily mean equal. So, in looking at what community property actually is, Arizona, it's a little simpler, more simple than other states, where if you bought something during the marriage,
Okay.
it's community property. A question that I come across a lot is, well, the car's in my name. It's okay. Well, when was it purchased? It was purchased during the marriage. It's community property. It doesn't matter whose name it's in.
Okay.
So that's the bright line rule. Now, obviously, there's a bunch of different exceptions. The most obvious ones and the easiest ones are inheritances and gifts. If you inherit something from, let's say you have a rich uncle who passes and he leaves you specifically, not you and your wife, you and your husband, whatever, just you specifically, a bunch of money, that's all going to be sold in separate property. So that survives the community property designation.
Okay.
However, if you put into a bank account then that has community money in it, that could be what's called commingled. And if you commingle assets, then it could be considered that stolen separate property just became community. But again, there's a bunch of different case law on
Oh
it.
my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors. So everybody, and I think that's the biggest thing with people understanding and listening to this. Everybody's case is different. Everybody's situation is different. So of course, that's why it's important to have legal representation and speak to someone. We're just wanting to give you an idea, right?
Of course.
But that's why it's so important. And trying to cover a different range of topics here. Talk about what is the parent information program? I was interested to hear about this in Arizona family law. And what is that?
Parent information program is actually kind of phenomenal because from what I understand, and I'm only barred in Arizona, but from what I understand from other states, it's not required. Here, when you're a party in a case involving child custody, both people have to take what's called the parent information class.
Okay.
And it's online, and I want to say it's about 2 to 4 hours, and it's learning how to co-parent with somebody when you guys aren't married. And there's two ways to go about it. Some people, it's a requirement. I'm going to sit through this, I just so that I can go ahead and say I check it off my box. And other people really do pay attention to it.
Right.
The people that pay attention to it, those are the ones where, you're going through text message. As an attorney, you're going through text messages between the two parties. You can tell which one of the parties actually listened to what's going or what they were saying in the parenting class.
So is this something that is done prior to anything starts within the court system? They have to take this class?
Sort of, and this is where it gets a little confusing
Okay.
because you're supposed to.
Okay.
You're supposed to take it, I believe, I want to say within 40 days, but I could be wrong on that one,
Okay.
of either filing a petition or a response. But it's not uncommon that people sort of forget to do it. Now, the the judicial officers, or the judges, can force people to do it, or they can say, I'm not signing off this parenting plan. We're not going to get this case done until you take this
Right.
class.
Okay.
Or they can even say, I'm not going to order joint legal decision making until this other party takes this class. This isn't like a suggestion. This is a requirement. So
Yeah.
it's supposed to be done at the beginning, but sometimes it isn't. And if you don't, there can be consequences.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. For those that this is simple enough, for those who may not know, is there a difference? What is the difference between divorce and separation here in Arizona?
Yeah. That's a very good question. So divorce that's it. The marriage is dissolved. You guys aren't married anymore. Legally, you were married at one point. Now you're not.
Okay.
Separation is we're not living together, but we're still legally married.
Okay.
There still is division of assets. There's still a division of debt. There's still child custody orders. The only difference is that there isn't an actual, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no finality to it.
Okay.
You can convert it to a divorce later if you want to, but
Okay.
it's going to just be a separation where you guys are still technically married.
And is that separation also filed as a separation, or do you not have to file anything under
You have to file it.
Okay.
You file it just like a divorce. You litigate it just like a divorce. The only difference is later on you can convert it to a divorce or you can undo it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Is there a time limit on that?
Good question, and they're so rare. The separations are so rare. There used to be, and I don't know if there is anymore.
Okay. Normally people just say it is divorce, it's final.
Yeah, like 95% of 99% of these, it's divorce. The amount of separations that come through my door are very rare. Annulments are even more rare.
Interesting. Interesting. Anything else you want to share with us about family law? Anything that's interesting right now as we get ready to wrap up?
Getting ready to wrap up. I'm going to say there's some really exciting things happening right now with the spousal maintenance guidelines,
Okay.
which just on a surface level, it used to be very much up to a judge's discretion. Now we actually have guidelines, much like we do for child support. So it's becoming more uniform. But we're now because it's so new, they're constantly trying to edit it, and so at least from an attorney side and kind of a legal nerd side, it's interesting to see this law develop. And I think that's going to be the big hot topic for 2026, is seeing how these revisions to the spousal maintenance guidelines, when they actually really start going into effect in practice, how it's going to affect those awards.
Gotcha. Well, thank you so much, Adam Weingart with Weingart Law Firm, for being with us today. Adam's going to be with us February 18th for our Ask an Attorney phone bank, what we'll have in our ABC 15 studios. So mark your calendar, because February 18th, we'll have the topic of family law. We're partnering with the State Bar of Arizona. And so Adam is actually one of our volunteer attorneys who will be answering your calls to take your questions. As you can hear, he knows what he's talking about. So make sure you get prepared to have your questions ready, to have them answered. And again, that's going to be February 18th from 5 to 7 p.m. We'll open up the phone lines. We'll give you the phone number to call as soon as we get closer to the date. So stay tuned for that. But we are excited. This is our first phone bank of 2026, partnering with the State Bar of Arizona. So we look forward to helping you as always. I'm Christelle Bell, investigator Christelle Bell with the Let ABC15 Know team. Adam, thank you again for being with us.
Thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. See you next time.